On top of this, we're also being asked to understand all these other disciplines that we're working with. So we're certainly masters of craft. That's what we specialize in. But now we need to have a broader range of knowledge about culture, technology, business, and research. And to a great degree, as designers, we're plugged into culture. We actually start trends, and we're actively engaged in that. Technology, we're always early adopters. Whenever anything new comes out, designers jump all over it, so we're way ahead of everyone on that. Business and research, these are areas where we're lacking a little bit. These are areas that we haven't traditionally been involved in. Here's a quote from Mike Press and Rachel Cooper, and they're talking about this very idea that, we need to become cultural intermediaries. We need to be business partners. We need to be researchers. That's where designers need to be in the future. That's where we need to start growing. And this is not a new idea by any means. If we think about Henry Dreyfuss back in '57, he was saying essentially the same thing, that, we need to be plugged into business. We need to be plugged into manufacturing. We need to become co-creators with people. And I love this last line that he's got here. He's saying that he, the designer, accepts the responsibility of his position as liaison linking management, engineering, and the consumer, and collaborates with all three. So designers as facilitators, designers as catalysts, bringing these groups together and providing the framework for these folks to work. So again, that's a lot to think about. That's a lot on our plate. So how do we, as designers, bring all these skills to bear on any one project? And the answer is, of course, design process. So let's take a look at process and what process is all about. Again, it's about a framework. It's tools that we can use to gain understanding of our audiences, of the folks that we're working with, develop creative and meaningful insights. I think we all go through these steps in a mental way. It's sort of tacit. We all do this in our heads, but we're not very good at making it explicit to the people that we're working with. So, let's look at some of the phases. If we think of project initiation, one of the first things we need to do in any project is position ourselves in the client's mind and make sure that they're clear about what we do and what we're offering and the power of design. If we look at design research, we need to have understanding of who we're talking to and who we're trying to connect with. And we have tools that we can use to do that. Concept development, something that we're used to doing. We have brainstorming techniques. There are a lot of word and image techniques that we can employ. Design development, that's where kind of the rubber hits the road, and that's where we start to get into visualization and prototyping. And then finally, measuring ROI, which sends everyone scattering from the room because no one wants to be involved in that. So we're talking about design and design process in a business context. So I wanted to give this little case study of UPS. They recently did a comprehensive overhaul of their identity. It was pretty huge. So, considering that they have, 88,000 vehicles, 300 vans, almost 500,000 people working for them, they're a big company, and they're also pervasive. I mean, probably everyone in this room has gotten a package from UPS at some time in their life. They also had, this identity that was developed by All-Ran. That's right. So it's an icon. It's a graphic icon. It's this important logo that's been invested in, and they have a lot invested in. So, why would they want to change? Well, they have business reasons that they want to change. They need to create a new understanding of what they do and what kind of services they provide. They're moving into ocean and rail transport. They bought mailboxes, etc. Now they changed those into the UPS store. So they're moving beyond package delivery, and they need to let everybody know that. So that's a pretty risky deal. I mean, again, think of how many assets they have that carry their existing brand and what kind of commitment it would take to make that sort of transformation. So again, they're valuing this. They see a value in the design, and they're not going to wing it. They're going to have a process they use. So here's pretty much what they did. Again, they start off with a collaborative effort. They grab people from different units, different ranges of seniority in the organization, and they find out what they think, what they know about the identity. They